Deputy Triumph, and then she had to come out here today, and of course it was a bit quick on her.
So we're about to see him.
Okay, let's see who's leading them around. Look who's leading them around. Go on.
Is it Yami?
Yami leading them around. What an honour for him. I was apprenticed with him.
Yami is the specialist with horses in the stalls and is a bit of a horse whisperer, has a great technique around horses and is more usually used with difficult animals. Frankel is not difficult. He is incredibly straightforward, or has seemed to be in everything he's done so far. But this is the big test. This is the moment he will
Claire, here we go!
11-2 on favourite is Frankel.
Tom Queally and Frankel enter the stalls. They've had some fantastic times together. Will this be the ultimate? That's it. They're off and running in the Kipco Champions Stakes. And last away, Frankel, he's missed it by 2 or 3 lengths and ambling along towards the rear of the field. Ian Mongan looking around on Bullet Train to see where Frankel is. He's the leader by half a length. 2 in second. Cirrus getting through now to actually head the pacemaker. They're followed by Nathaniel on the outside. Frankel is tracking him with a pink cap. They're followed next in the field then by Master of Hounds. Still Mongan looking around. And 3 or 4 lengths away then Pastorius. And they're getting away from the inside rail. There are about 5 horses off the inside rail as they swing out of Swinley Bottom, and it's Cirrus Aigles in front by half a length for Olivier Pellier. In second then is Nathaniel up on the outside. In third then Bullet Train. Mongan still looking around. Now he sees Frankel on the outside, who's starting to loom up into fourth, followed then half a length away by Master of Hounds and further back Pastorius. Ambling up the side of the course now, 5.5 furlongs to go, and Bullet Train now gets through on the inside and starts to do his job, but Cirrus Aigles going with him. 2 lengths away is Nathaniel. 2 away then is Frankel back in fourth position, and he's ambling along at this stage, being tracked by Pastorius, and out the back is Master of Hounds, all the time climbing up towards home in the Champion Stakes. And on the left of picture it's the pacemaker Bullet Train by 2 lengths. 2 in second Cirrus Aigles. They're followed by Nathaniel. Still going well is Frankel in fourth, poised, followed then by Master of Hounds and then Pastorius as they round the home turn now and about to straighten up for the judge. 2.5 out. Cirrus Aigles on the outside grabs the lead from Bullet Train. Here's Nathaniel, but look at Frankel on the outside, let loose by Queally, is starting to move up very easily. Cirrus Aigles on the far side. It's now Frankel called on for the final effort. He still hasn't moved on the near side. Now he says go. A furlong to go. It's Frankel who takes up the running clearly. He's raced 3 parts in front. He's gone for the whip and he's drawing away. 14 out of 14. He makes his biggest challenge look pretty easy as he goes to the line. Frankel, the greatest of the greatest, goes on to beat Cirrus Aigles. In third then is Nathaniel, followed then by Pastorius, and further back Master of Hounds, and last is Bullet Train. Well, he's done it, unbeaten in 14 and 11-2 on favourite Frankel. And it was a really dramatic race from the time they left the stalls. He didn't begin that well. The pacemaker, the rider of the pacemaker, was looking around for him, but in the end he ambled up on the outside, and Tom Queally, who knows him so well, pushed the button. He didn't win by a wide margin, but he was always going to win. Second was Cirrus Aigles, last year's winner, and then a gap of 3 to 4 lengths to Nathaniel, a King George winner here at Ascot. Then the German Derby winner Pastorius in fourth. Then in fifth is Master of Hounds, and the sixth and last is Bullet Train. But there was some heart-stopping moments, but all the time you felt that the way he was going, he was handling the ground okay. And although he hasn't won by the electrifying style of the Queen Anne when he won by 11 lengths in June, he was still going to win. And that was the important thing for everybody here today. 14 out of 14. Sir Henry Cecil, his son Jake, and being congratulated by the crowd. There they are. the Frankel fans, and they are not disappointed. This champion of champions, perhaps the greatest of them all, has won today, and he's won it comfortably, but in difficult conditions. The distances, a length and 3/4 and 2.5 lengths, and the time was 2:10.22.
Well, the only moment of worry, the only moment of doubt for Frankel's supporters was the start, because Frankel was very slowly out of the stalls, and that meant that Tom Queally had to chase him slightly to catch up with the rest of the field. You see, Bullet Train comes out like a bullet, and Frankel just hesitates, takes a few strides, stumbles a little bit, and just has to be nudged along. Say, come on, get up with the field. And Ian Mungan, who was in front, was then looking round for him, Willie. But once he moves up alongside Nathaniel in a second, he's moving so easily.
He is a special horse. Things have gone wrong for him. That would get most horses beat, but not this guy. And look at him, he went past this horse absolutely, it's unbelievable. Now, he's just starting to have to work now. Maybe he doesn't quite get the trip. He actually has won in spite of the ground. I'm sure he'll be a much better. You would get a better performance out of him on faster ground than this sort of his national hunt heavy sort of stuff.
We've already had one round of applause and cheer for Henry Cecil, who has just come into the winner's enclosure. We'll get another from the grandstand as Frankel parades in front of them, because this is the reason they came today. They came to see this horse, and Henry Cecil there deserves so much credit for all the times that he has been champion trainer, for all the great horses that have come through his hands. The way he has handled this horse to keep him at the top of his game for as long as he has deserves just so much appreciation, doesn't it, Will?
Wow, the horse is just unbelievable. And of course, there's Her Majesty the Queen. Give Tom Queally a wave. You can see that he's such a special horse, this, and the whole country should be very proud that we have a superstar that could go around the world and defeat anybody. This is the best horse I've ever seen, and I would hope that most people would agree it's the best horse that they've ever seen as well. I think it's the best horse ever. Even getting left those 3-4 lengths, it's still in this ground. You have that extra effort to get back up there to get into your racing position and then find your rhythm. So he found that after about 2 furlongs. So obviously he was using a lot of energy up in that first 2 furlongs, but he still had enough class, ability to come to that French colt.
Cirrus
Gelding, basically on the bridle, and then he got tired. He did get tired the last furlong, and Tom Queally did have to give him a little bit of a reminder just to keep him going, because obviously in this ground horses tend to want to stop galloping, and that's what the whip's for, just to keep them just going.
The fear always when you build up to a big sporting occasion is that it won't live up to expectation, that something will go wrong, that we will be disappointed.
Didn't we?
And today it did not.
Thank goodness.
Thankfully,
yes,
it did not, despite the slow start, despite the soft ground, which might have caused other trainers to have pulled a horse out like this, to not risk him on this sort of ground.
We must give credit for the owner and the trainer today.
They've been brave.
The connection, they were very, very brave. They had every excuse to not run them, but they said, let's run them. Even the ground being like it is, they took the chance, and they've been rewarded. And they've been rewarded well, because the horse gave lengths away at the start, came to Cirrus d'Aigles, furlong and a half down on the bridle virtually, and gone on and won by 1 3/4 lengths. What a superstar this is. And don't forget that the horses he's beat here today are the best in the whole wide world.